Hey, Tony Gasson here, popping in for another episode of Talks with Tony. Now, going in order here. Been a long day for me. Been fishing. Been on a lot of calls, with my athlete clients. So I'm running on a little bit of fumes, but I wanted to get a video in because I think I didn't get one yesterday, and still trying to get through these. I'm months behind. This one, I have not read it at all, so I don't know if it's good or bad, but I see it's a good length, so we're going to go through it together. Hello, Mr. Gaskins. I am writing you seeking advice on my past relationship with my son's father of 5 years. We have been together since 2014. I 19 and he 23. When I met him, I was a college student with so much ambition. Okay, so it was 19 when they met in 2014. Freedom and curiosity. Getting into a relationship at that age was the worst thing that I could have ever done for myself in my life. I was so enamored with the idea of having a boyfriend that I allowed myself to be derailed from my responsibilities, which was college, to then give myself away to this man. He insisted that college was a waste of time and that I should spend my time invested into him. I ended up dropping out of college and becoming pregnant at 20 years old, then having my first miscarriage. Shortly after that, I became pregnant with our 5-year-old. During this pregnancy, I experienced the ultimate betrayal from the man who I thought I loved. Cheating, strip clubs, lies, emotional/mental abuse, and not to mention absolutely no support in or during my pregnancy. I don't know why I could not find enough strength to leave a year into the relationship. I was extremely naive and stupid, not to mention insecure. I always had intuition that he was not loyal to me, but I decided to ignore all of the green, yellow, and red lights. Throughout our relationship, I have been cheated on over 20 times to my knowledge, but only actually caught him emotionally cheating 5 times. I thought a relationship meant to endure pain and hurt in the name of love. Getting this example from my own parents who stayed together for 39 years for the sake of the kids. Fast forward 4 years and 3 abortions later is when I finally had enough. Again, I don't know why I stayed for this long thus far. Sometime during 2018, after he was out of work practically the whole year, he found a job as a in-home aide. At the end of our relationship, I found out that he was cheating almost every day on me with a coworker for 4 months. He got kicked out of his mom's house for not holding up on his end, and I was there to support him. I opened my doors to him as well as my bed. He came and laid his head in my bed after work and after sharing himself with another female. We were so distant and toxic, and I decided to have the conversation about breaking up. I figured he felt the energy of the convo, so he quickly beat me to the punch and broke it off with me. He left me, in all caps. After being broken up for only 2 weeks, he already had another female and continued on with the entanglement for 7 months. He continuously stepped back and forth in my life during our single space, trying to stop me from moving on completely, but not wanting to give up his promiscuous behavior. Here we are in 2020, and he still has tried once more to come back into my life, ranting on about how sorry he is with his crocodile tears and excuses. He's told me he will do whatever it takes to get his family back, only now that he's done doing what he wanted. Me falling into deep depression, contracting an infection that took a year to get rid of from him, and having to fight World War III with him. I caught him lying to me about not having any loose females around several times during this time. I wanted to see that he can discipline himself, but sadly, I still feel that he is doing his own thing whilst trying to keep one foot in my doorway and one out. So at this point, I have zero trust, zero respect, zero love for this man. I am in a relationship with a man I've been dating now for a year, and I am happy with him. We have issues, as do every relationship. I am constantly fighting my thoughts on if I'm making the right decision. I have done everything for this man. I've supported him with all of his business ideas, invested money, love, body, mind, and more into him. And he betrayed me in the most unimaginable ways. I have vetted him for almost 12 months and still see inconsistencies, red flags, and behaviors from him that I do not deserve. Just a few weeks ago, he told me, "This is the last time I'm going to say this to you. You need to get over what happened in the past, and that's between you and God," and proceeded to hang up the phone on me. I guess he is tired of waiting on me to heal, and I'm taking too long to trust him again. This is more than enough evidence that he does not deserve me, but I can't help but feel bad for our 5-year-old. Although his father has not been consistent in his life up until the beginning half of 2019. I hate that he has to grow up in a broken home. I hate that this is actually my life, something that I thought I would never accept for myself. So I ask you, Mr. Gaskins, do I forfeit my own happiness for the sake of my family? Please help. Thank you for your videos and messages. They help me heal tremendously. We're gonna take us a break right here. We're gonna take us a commercial break. I need to go get my wedding ring because I took a shower and I always take it off because it's a thick one and I don't want lotion and all that in it. So let me go get my ring and let me gather myself. Let me gather yourself. All right. All right. Forgive me, I thought my ring was in the bathroom, so I went in the bathroom. It wasn't in there. I had it on my nightstand. Whew, Lord. Hey, I don't have long because I actually have to do a Zoom with one of my college basketball teams to get them ready for the NCAA tournament. We got us a good call coming up tonight on Zoom, and I was just gonna pop in for 30 minutes. And I'm thinking I'm finna get a 30 minutes, so I got to keep this here, in 21 minutes. Because my wife bring me some sushi too. So I got to get going, all right? So we got to cut to the chase. Everybody already know the answer. She already know the answer. Lord, Jesus. Oh, Lord, give me strength. Nah, oh my goodness. It's like, listen. Lord, if this what you want me to do, Lord, keep moving the way you moving, Lord, so I keep feeding my family. And I need to be able, Lord, to go to Mykonos, Santorini, to relax. Because with all this right here I got to put on me, it drained me. It be draining me seeing what y'all got to go through. I'm like, oh, Lord, I need to be in Tahiti on a Mai Tai. I ain't gonna be no drunkard, Lord, but I need me a little bit of in my system. A little Mai Tai or something. A strawberry daiquiri. I'm trying everything that I could do to help y'all. And it still ain't working. Like y'all still, she talking about thank you for your videos and messages. They helped me to heal tremendous. Do they? I hope they do, sister. I hope they do. I hope they do. Let me get right to your question. Do I forfeit my own happiness for the sake of my family? Listen, now the question don't really go together because your happiness is for your family. So if you forsake your happiness, then you're hurting your family. So what your parents did wrong was stay together for 39 years for the sake of the kids when they had all kind of chaos going on. And this what I try to tell parents. If you a parent, your child is learning from you. This young lady putting up with Satan's son because her mama and daddy was together through HE double hockey sticks and high waters for 39 years. So she says she gotta stay because she saw her mama and daddy do it. That's why I try to tell y'all, when you leave, you teach your children not to settle. My wife left me when we got married because I went back to selling drugs. And she had told me that she refused to be with a dope boy. When I sat down later and I asked her, how were you able to walk away when we had just got married 2 months before that? We had a son in the intensive care unit who was born 2.5 months early, and you had just quit your job, which was paying you $13.50 an hour when you was a 20-year-old. How were you able to walk away? She said to me, one day in high school, I woke up. My mom woke me up and said, we're leaving. She said my mom had gotten married to this man, and I had a stepsister, and he was doing her wrong, and she had had enough. She said I had saw them got into little fights and arguments. I saw how he was controlling and manipulative and all this stuff, but she was like, I didn't really think much of it. I just thought that was relationships. And one day my mom said to me, we're leaving. She said I went outside. It was a U-Haul truck. It was movers, and they was getting all of our furniture that my mom had paid for because she had a good job that she had paid for, and they was putting it on the truck. She said, I saw my stepdad wake up, put his robe on, run out, start screaming and yelling and crying, begging her to stay, and we left anyways. And her mom has been single since then. My wife in her mid-30s, this was probably when she sounded like 9th, 10th, 11th grade. So her mama been single since then. She learned independence. She learned self-love. She learned how to walk away. And that is what has saved her life. That is what has got her to this point today, where everything is taken care of in her household because of the lesson she learned from her mother by watching. Her mama never talked to her about sex. Her mama never talked to her about relationships. Her mama never talked to her about boyfriends and husbands. Her mama just showed her this what self-love looked like. Her mama has showed her how to be at peace being alone. Her mama going on 70 years old, mid-60s. You see what I'm saying? It's the example as parents that we show our kids. We always say, do as I say do, not as I do. And the child does the opposite. The child does as you do and says as you say. So to the young lady who wrote this, let me write you back so you know your question going up tonight. Just want to make sure you hear that typing. So now listen, to the young lady that wrote in, your 5-year-old needs you to walk away. What this man hit, nah, I ain't got the energy right now, but I could slide out this chair right now. If I had the energy, if this was on a good day and I wasn't tired, I could slide out this chair right now. Do you hear me? Because this sister said she know of 20 times that she'd have been cheated on. That means it happened 40 to 60 times minimum. This man so nasty. And the man gave her an infection, took her a year to get rid of it. That man bacteria was so strong. That woman thing down there fighting for it life. Felt like color purple. Had to fight all it like, I mean, that bacteria down there. Oh my goodness. I'm talking about, she was like the woman with the issue of blood for 12 years. 12 whole long months. This sister had to fight for her life because this nasty, dirty D of a man out here just shooting and everything. Listen here. I'm a man who got kids. And I'm here to tell you, I would tell you to leave this man and never talk to him again. Never talk to him again. And if you 100% locked in on your child ain't gonna worry about that. Your child will deal with that when your child is of age. And it is millions of people who grew up without their daddy. Yes, it hurt them. Yes, they went through some things. But they doing fine. They made it. If they mama was 100%. Now, if they mama won 100%, they went through a whole lot more. And let me stop you right here and now for this here next relationship. Because you talked about the next relationship, then you kept going. So I ain't know if you talking about the new dude or you talking about the old dude, but then it went back. So, but on this here, because when you say I've done everything for this man, I support him with all his business ideas, invested money, love, body, mind. I'm guessing you talk about, and he betrayed me in the most unimaginable. That's you talking about your baby daddy, I'm thinking. But this other guy that you talking about, you met, I am in a relationship with a man I've been dating now for a year, and I am happy with it. Listen, it's been a year. It's put up or shut up. It's put up or shut up. We have issues, as do every relationship. Nope. Every relationship don't have issues. That's one thing I want to correct y'all on. Every relationship don't have issues. Because some of y'all, you got more issues than Vogue. You got more issues than Essence Magazine. And don't understand the essence of a relationship. Listen to what I'm telling you. Me and my wife don't have no problems. So when you say issues, you need to define issues. Okay, you need to define issues now. Now where we was at? I am constantly fighting my thoughts on if I'm making the right decision. You making the right decision by being in this here new relationship now. By leaving this other guy. But you can't have no dealing with this other guy. He need to talk to the courthouse. And the child support mail. Okay? However they doing child support, if it come in the mail, you get a bill and you got to put your money order or check in there and send it in. Or if you get to log in online, childsupport.com, and make your payment, that's the only interaction he need to have. If he want to see the 5-year-old, it need to be a court order. And if he don't pay a dime, don't even worry about it. Because if you don't pay, then he ain't got no rights anyways. Because if you put him on child support and that money ain't coming in, or he can't be going, and then he not going to go to court talking about, she ain't getting my visitation. You don't get no visitation, playboy, because you in contempt of court. Because you ain't paying your child support. You ain't back child support. Now, if it's a good man, then you ain't got to hang money over his head. If it's a good man and y'all just ain't work out. But this is a dog. Okay? This is Satan's son. You hear me? This man has sold his soul. He ain't trying to know God. He ain't trying to hear God. He don't want nothing to do with God. He can't spell religion. Can't spell righteous. This man here is a hot mess, and he need a therapist. He need a stack of books. He need a relationship coach, a life coach, a mentor, a punch in the nose with a back rub at the same time. This man need a whole lot. So the only interaction you need to be doing with him is some self-development. Here, watch this video. Let him watch this video so he can hear about himself. Boy, you need therapy. Man, if you watching this video here, my brother, get on my mentor.life today. What are you going to tell your child when your child 10 years old? When your child 13 years old? My sister called me crying the other day. She know I tell her business, and she all right with it because it's helping the people. Her 8-year-old son asked her, why my daddy don't love me? Why my daddy don't want me? He 8. My brother, what are you going to tell your child when your child 8 asking why you don't love them? Why you cheated on their mama? Why you dogged their mama out? Why you so sorry? What the world wrong with you? You grown now. You grown now. All this, oh, I had childhood trauma. I had a hard life. Man, I had to fend for myself. Man, I was on my own since I was 11. Man, I was cooking crack at 10. Man, I watched my brother get shot and killed. Man, my mom and daddy dead. All of that right there. Listen, life happens, and it happened horrifically. It happened terribly, and it happened to us all in one way or another. One person, parents, got killed. One person, parent died. Another person got sodomized. Another person got beat. Another person got hung and they thought they were going to die and they got free. Somebody else got completely taken advantage of in every way. Do you hear me? Life happens to us all in one form or another. But when you become an adult and you have the wherewithal, you have to make a decision that you're going to use the resources that's available to you, because we got to stop that. Listen to me. I'm not selling. I ain't selling. This is a legitimate resource. I ain't selling. I'm sharing. And what I'm saying is we have to stop making excuses, because it's people out here that is helping and supporting for $25 an hour. For $25. Yeah, my fee is totally way out of budget for 99% of people. But even the fee that I charge for my VIP sessions is more than a 90% discount of my hourly income. You hear what I'm telling you? More than a 90%. I'm not even supposed to be doing one-on-ones. I'm not even supposed to be doing one-on-ones with the amount of stuff that I have going on. I yesterday was at a game because I had a meeting with one of my mentees who play on the NBA team. The game didn't finish till 10 o'clock. Then we went out to eat. We was there for 2 hours till 11, 12. Then I had to drive home 2 hours. I ain't get home till 1 o'clock in the morning. Then I was up. I still was talking to my mentee then went to sleep. My body was so tired I couldn't even fall asleep. I was so tired. Then I had to wake up 3 hours to be there for my family because we had a fishing trip. So I'm on the boat in the sun. I'm about, let me drive the boat. And I'm on the boat. We got to go fishing. You throw the line. As soon as the line hit the water, we catching us a trout. So I'm in here throwing line. Then I'm handing it to my son to let him think he caught it. Hand it to my wife, let her think she caught it. Talk local. My wife thought she was catching all the fish. I'm setting them up to catch fish. I'm feed the family. Okay. We caught 100 fish. We come home. I tell my wife, well, what you think when John the Baptist on the boat? We gonna catch like that. When I'm out there on the boat with this here favor, we gonna catch like that. So listen to me. I'm tired. Then I come home. I go to sleep. I wake up to missed calls from a Division I head coach saying, Tony, we need you on a Zoom tonight with this here team before the NCAA tournament. And it's one of the top teams in the country. So then I get off of that. Then I get a message from another player getting ready to go pro. And he say, I need you on the phone with me to be on three-way because I'm getting ready to fire my agent. I get off the phone with that. I'm on another call with a guy who telling me about a deal that fell through in his life and asking me to be a part of another deal that he want to do. I get off the phone with that. Then I got another guy asking me, can you make a connection for me on this deal? And then I get on here and I get this here letter. So if you ever feel like getting mad with me, because if you mess around and happen to see how the Lord is blessing me, or what the Lord do for me, or you see my family flying on a private jet, or you see us on a yacht, I need you to understand it's been a whole lot of sacrifice. And it's been a whole lot of serving. And God is opening the doors and pouring out, and He blessing, and He's saying, son, well done. Keep going, because it's hard. So the tears in my eyes right now, they real, but I pray they don't fall. But listen to me. Y'all got to do better, because you got to love you. You got to set standards for you. You got to stop making excuses, and you got to work on you. You got to invest in you. I'm feeling so bad as I just took y'all through, and what I just took y'all through wasn't even 24 hours. I got another 3 hours before I get to, no, we in 24 hours. I just took you through 24 hours, right? But what I just took you through, this a day in the life. This a day in the life. I can't even film a vlog of a day in the life because everything I do is confidential. Everything I do is confidential. And it's on, so listen. I remember I showed what I did for my security guard, and the lady said, I don't show the blessings that I give. It's like, ma'am, because you have not bought your friend of 18 years a car for $42,000. If you do that, that's going to be worth showing, because you going to want to inspire somebody else. And my wife went on there and she wrote that lady. She said, listen, you don't see 10% of what my husband do, because I can't show it. I'm in trenches. You hear me? I'm in trenches. Y'all, see, you just think I work on YouTube. I'm in trenches on non-disclosure agreements in the wee hours of the night. Do you hear me? So I want you to understand. Everybody ain't gonna see this video, so this gonna fall on deaf ears. But if you hear somebody else in the comments on another video, like, oh, this all you do, YouTube, you let them know what you just learned tonight. I'm in trenches I can't even speak of. I done signed contracts to work on levels, on billion-dollar organizations where the contracts say you cannot share what you doing at your family barbecue. The contract tell me I can't tell my wife, my daddy. Do you hear me? So let me help you understand something. And even with all that I have done, God just put on my heart to create a site that is Ask Tony a Question. That you got a $25 for a short question, $50 for a medium, $100 for a long. So for this here question right here would be considered long, or it could be medium. I don't know how many characters this is. This right here, when she sent this November 1st. But I got so many emails on this Talk with Tony, I'm still answering from November 1st of 2020. So with this new site, if it mean enough to her, she'll be able to go to the site and pay $25, send this question in. I get it that day and I answer it within 3 days. I'm doing that to be of more service because I realize people life hanging in the balance and some people waiting on me to speak to them. And so I got to be more accessible. So I got to create this right here. And I'm hoping it'll work. It's being built in India. And they good now. They good and they smart, but I'm hoping it'll work. But we'll see. If it don't, then I get it rebuilt. But I'm spending money to be of more service. You hear me? That's why TonyGaskinsAcademy.com exists. And we on TonyGaskinsAcademy.com, I have over 33,000 students. My college had 1,600 students. God gave me the vision. The reason why I created TonyGaskinsAcademy.com, because if you really want help, you could go there in the wee hours of the night if you need to and get a course. And some of the course is free and you could watch them videos. But see, a lot of people don't want help. A lot of people don't want change. A lot of people don't want to sacrifice. A lot of people don't want to invest. A lot of people just want to talk about their problems, but they don't want to make changes. You already know the answer. You already know the answer. You just got to act on what you already know. You're already doing right. You're already doing right. If you got to write me 9 out of 10 times, it means it's time to go. 9 out of 10 times. This right here, sister, if you are confused at all, you need to leave this man alone for good forever. The only way you need to talk to this man, it need to be business. Meaning it need to be in a text message. This man can't get on your phone line. It need to be in a text message. And if it ain't in a text message, it need to be in a court-ordered letter, a handwritten letter. It need to be through a mediator. You need to have a family member or a friend who got the mental capacity, or you need to hire a professional for $25. Say, listen, I'm going to pay you $25 an hour. At the most, you're going to have to talk to him for an hour. This what need to be son said. Get you a mediator to talk to this here man here. I would not stand within 10 feet of this man. At the birthday party, I'm standing on the other side of the room. And until he grow up and he change, I ain't even having no birthday parties where he invited. The party is for the child and the friends in the classroom from school. You hear me? And it could be at the local trampoline. And do not feel bad about leaving a parent out of stuff when they ain't got their life together, because they a bad role model and they damaging to the child. When you could be 100% and be healing and be whole to that child. A lot of people, oh, you gotta let the parent come to the birthday. Oh, you gotta let the parent. Yes, and when they healthy and whole. But you can't put a child who is a dependent in the hands of a immature, irresponsible adult who's supposed to be responsible and mature. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And you can't feel bad about it. He ought to feel bad about how sorry he living his life. And if he don't feel sorry for himself, if he don't feel bad about the way he living his life, then you can't feel bad about him not being able to be in his child's life, because your job is to protect your child. See, this type of man, I'm a man. If you living like this, you will slap your child. You will touch your child inappropriately if you living like this. You will smoke weed in front of your child. You will have your child around somebody that your child don't need to be around, and your child will be getting done wrong. You hear me? All kind of ways. Every way you could think of. Because you so sorry and you want to go out and smoke and get high and get drunk and party and sleep around and do all of this while your child over here at this drug house, at this woman house, and this woman got her brother over there, her uncle over there, her granddaddy over there, and they over there, the unthinkable. Do you hear me? Because I'm talking to women every day who got stories like this. So what you have to do is protect your child and bump these sorry, no good parents, whether it's a woman or a man. If they don't want to be mature and be a responsible adult, you hear me? Better be glad I don't cuss. You hear me? To Satan house with them. Somebody else will say another word, said it another way. But I'm going to say to Satan house with them. You hear me? I don't feel sorry. He need to feel sorry. Child support, and I'm running it up. I'm running that child support up. And your butt don't pay. I'm finding your address, and I'm tipping the police off on you when you got a warrant for your arrest so you could go to jail for not paying your child support. I want your license suspended. I want you in jail. I want your life ruined because you're around here giving infections that take a year to get off of. Then you ain't here for your child. Your child about to be 7 years old in 2 years and finna be wondering where your sorry butt at. And then you got men out here that up late at night trying to find a way that we could take care of our child. Working our finger to the bone, dealing with other people's problems, dealing with bosses that don't appreciate them, dealing with people that don't appreciate your time, people that, just think you just work for them, and then they get mad when they see God take and bless you. Because they just think you supposed to just serve them 24 hours a day for peanuts. And you're doing it because you're trying to please God, but also because you got to feed your family. And then you got sorry men like this out here in the strip club. And then you got the next man that come and try to be a decent man. He got to be taking care of somebody else's child. And then you got the woman feeling sorry for the man. Well, should I let him come to the birthday party? I wonder if I'm doing the right thing because I got a good man. I'm just telling y'all how y'all sound. I got a good man and I've been with him for a year. And I'm thinking about leaving him for my baby daddy who cheated on me 20 plus times and gave me an infection and be cheating on me several times and in the strip club and dogging me out and disrespecting me. And then when I thought about breaking up with him, he broke up with me. Like I cheated on him. But even with all that being said, I'm thinking about leaving this good man I've been with for a year who being a stepdaddy to my son right now to go back to my son daddy. I ain't here to make fun of nobody, but I just want y'all to hear how y'all sound. And I want you to just say this stuff out loud and just hear how y'all sound so that you understand. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Lord, please. You know what I'm praying? I'm working hard because I'm trying to create tech projects. I'm creating another tech project right now. And when I create a tech project, what I need to get is 1 million email addresses on this tech project. I got another tech project. I need 1 million email addresses. Because you know why? You get 1 million email addresses, you will get acquired for $100 million, $50 million, $70 million. So I'm creating tech projects because one of them going to take off. And the reason why I want to take off because I want to be a billionaire. And when I become a billionaire, I'm buying a TV network. And you know what I'm doing with that network? This right here stuff, what I'm doing on here on YouTube, it's finna be on 24 hours a day. You hear me? I'm finna have movies on there. I'm finna have all kind of stuff on this here network. And it's finna be bigger than BET, MTV, VH1, all of that. Because I'm finna be disseminating these messages. Don't nobody even watch the word network. I might buy them and do some marketing for the TBN. Where they got all these fake pastors on there trying to steal money. I'm like, Lord, Lord, please bless somebody, Lord, who gonna do the right thing with it. But the Lord might say, well, man, look, this network's so evil, they might not even let you have a network because what you doing so good. They might tell you, oh, we ain't got another room for another cable channel. Oh, we can't sell it to you and sell it to somebody else who gonna have people on there twerking all night. So if I mess around and get my number, I might do me Tony Tube. But see, this stuff what I be talking about, this stuff costs hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars. When I be talking about Tony Tube, that costs a lot of money. You think how much you think YouTube costs to build? Millions, huh? You hear me? Hundreds of millions by now. You hear me? So it ain't just easy. It ain't no walk in the park now. But listen, I'm trying to do everything I can. So what I'm finna start doing, I might have to start running ads on YouTube, on Facebook, on everything for my content. Just to get it out there more. Just boost the video. Just boost the video on YouTube. Just to get it out there more. Just to reach more people. Because listen, honestly, I want to come to a day to where I'm getting praise reports and testimonials instead of questions like this. Because I want to help y'all. But I want to get to the point where I done helped enough people that the message out there to millions and millions to where people know what to do in a relationship, how to love themselves, respect themselves, cherish themselves, and all of that. Hey, I went over 9 minutes. I got to get going. Sister, listen, lead. You hear me? Lead. And when you get you some money, sign up for your session. If you can't do the session with me, sign up with somebody. Anybody will be able to help you come up with a plan or action. And a coach. Because see, all of these questions is common sense to somebody else. It's never common sense to us. Everything we go through is not common sense to us because we can't stand outside of us and look in. So no question is a dumb question. No question is a bad question. It's just that you may need to talk to somebody so they can help you see how this can be worked through. And then you say, oh, okay, it makes sense now. But when we in it, it never makes sense. So I understand that. And I ain't coming down on you hard, nothing like that. For y'all who writing in, I'm not saying that you less than or that you dumb or anything like that. I understand that. But what I want you to do is also understand that you have the ability to love yourself, and you have the ability to learn and to grow and to heal and to change your life from the inside out. God is here. He is waiting. Okay, the strength is available, the grace and the mercy is available. You just got to ask for it, and you got to accept it, and then you got to walk in it. So hey, this is Tony Gasson. God bless you. We'll talk soon.